Welcome back, everyone. This is MandoAllDay, back with another video. And in this video, we'll be taking a look at Raven and Donna Troy. This is the part 2 video of the Build-A-Figure wave for Beast Boy, the Titans wave. I'll be showing you the figure itself in terms of the articulation, sculpture, and paint, and if it's worth your purchase or not. Before we get started, make sure you hit the subscribe button to not support channel, but to keep up to date and watch videos like this. So let's start with Donna Troy. Show you the front of the box, this side, the back, the other side, top, and bottom. And we'll show you Raven. This is the front of Raven, the box, the side, the back, the other side, top, and bottom. Alright, now let's take a look at each figure outside the box. As always, we do come with the card. This is the front of the card looks like for Donna Troy. The back of the card. Front of the card for Raven. The back of the card. And alright, for Donna Troy, it does come with accessories. It comes with this cool little sword. I wouldn't say little, but it's a decent amount. And in terms of the color, it's like a light silver one. And the sculpture design, there's really not much to it. You got a little, sculpture right there. The handle on there, very little in terms of sculpture design and detail. But it's a cool, clean looking sword, and I dig it. And this is a Build-A-Figure for Beast Boy. So Donna Troy does come with Beast Boy's arms. So this is one of them right there. And here is the other. And I won't show too much or talk about it too much, because I will be doing an overview of the Beast Boy Build-A-Figure. So make sure you check that out. And then for Raven, it comes with these two different pink magic fire, I don't know what you want to call it. There's just two of them. All you do is you take out the hands on her and put them inside right. There you go. Hold on, the camera can pick it up. Put them right there. The hands, so it makes it look like she actually has flaming hands. And that's pretty much it. And then it comes with Beast Boy's, the final pieces for Beast Boy, which is going to be his hands. So you got his right hand and you got his left fist. And it comes with Beast Boy's mean-looking face. Which, again, I won't talk about too much or show too much about it, because I will be doing an overview of Beast Boy finally built. And they both come with regular stands. Alright, now let's take a look at Donna Troy. And I gotta say, Donna Troy, that face sculpture looks really, really good. I really, really like it. The painted eyes looks good. The face sculpture, very clean looking, but the paint, really good. You get the painted lips on there, dark lips, but you got a little bit of glossy there, which I like. You got the eyebrows on there. It is a good looking Donna Troy sculpture design and paint job. Head articulation is not very well because of the hair, because of all this hair right there. So, unfortunately, head articulation left and right is non-existent. Up, down, there's some, but not a whole lot, because, again, of the hair in the back. So articulation in the head is not that great overall, but the paint job is really, really good, and I dig it. I think I like the paint of it. I like all the hair, pretty stylized. It has blacks with like purples. For a second I thought it was blue, but actually when you look up close with light, it actually is purple, so it's like a dark purple, which I really, really like. So overall though, it's a good looking head sculpture and paint job, and I dig it. Shoulder articulation, it's good. Bicep, there is some articulation. Mine's a little stiff. Good. Elbows, good. Wrist, I'm trying to see if I can figure out how they articulate here. They do they articulate or no? I don't think so. Oh, there is articulation, but unfortunately, it's very limited. So there is some articulation, but very limited because of the gauntlets on there, which is unfortunate. And torso articulation is going to be, so it's nothing. It's a little stiff, but it's okay. So in terms of the upper body articulation, shoulder is good, bicep is good, elbow's good, wrist is not that great, torso, it's fair. But man, just look at this sculpture design on this. It looks really good. First off, we start out with the shoulder piece on there. I like how that looks. It's very like sculpted design. You got a little some like damage armor, which looks really, really cool. Then you have the gauntlets, which have a different color palette. So this is like more of like a silver. This is more like an egg, creamy-ish kind of color, which is kind of weird, but it is what it is. Then you got some battle marks on there too, which looks really cool. And then the other side, you have basically the same thing in terms of the battle damage, same color, and then here in the shoulder pieces as well too. And in terms of the torso, you have like a weird textured feel to it, which is similar to what the Green Lanterns have, like the black ones, where it's like you can feel that kind of textured. This one you can really feel it a lot more. Then you got a little bit of sculpture design right here. You got this part right here, which I don't know what you call that. And on the back, same design on there too. Very clean looking. And of course, the side does have her stars, which I really like, because it's very subtle, but it looks really good even from a distance. Those stars look really, really good. So, abdomen, you got this kind of sculpture design on there. You got the paint on there. It's a really good looking Donna Troy figure, man. And I really dig it. I like how the fact that they're adding more, which I hope they make more of female figures from the DC Multiverse. But overall, though, the upper body, it's a good looking Donna Troy figure, man. And I really like it. It looks really, really good. Unfortunately, articulation is limited, definitely on the head. The wrist, the gauntlets are hitting it, so you got very limited articulation on the wrist. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is, though. Let's take a look at the leg articulation. Good. Knees. Good. Ankles. Good. Toes. Good. Articulation of the legs are always good with McFarlane. But in terms of the sculpture design, I like it. I really, really like it. And I noticed too right now, just by looking at it, the stars itself have texture on it too. There is that same texture that's here on the legs, also present on here on her torso, or the upper torso, I should say. But obviously you can't really see too well because of the size of it. But here you can definitely see that sculpture design. You can see that. It looks really, really cool. Then you got more texture on here too. You got the sculpture design there too. You got like the dark gray and the light gray on here. The knee pads have light gray on it, but it has a little bit of a sculpture design, not a whole lot. And then obviously the legs have that same that's on here on the gauntlets, also present on here on the legs. And you do have the stars, which you can see. It's just kind of hard to see with the light on here. But in terms of the design on the legs, it's clean looking. You got a little design right there. And you can, again, the stars on there too. And then the other side is pretty much going to be identical. So, and I dig it. And yes, she does squats. So, yes, thank you, McFarlane. But overall, though, it's a good looking Donna Troy figure, man. I really, really like it. So, of course, the main question is this worth it? Personally, I would say, yeah, man. You get some good looking figure. You get an actual long sword. It's a really good looking figure. Unfortunately, articulation is limited on the head and on the wrist. But apart from that, it's a good looking female figure. And I'm glad McFarlane did this figure because we need more female figures, especially like with the Amazonian. So having Donna Troy on here, hells yeah, I dig it. So to me, Donna Troy gets a thumbs up for me. Get a good painted sculpture design, good articulation, just except for the head and the wrist. But the sculpture design looks good as well too. And I dig it, and it includes the Beast Boy parts. So to me, Donna Troy gets a thumbs up for me. But in terms of the pricing, personally, I would say, I think $25 is a fair price. Personally, I have a feeling this might go down for $20. So if you can get it for $20, you can wait a little bit. Definitely wait for $20. But for $25, I think $25 is a fair price. It's fine. I think it's fine for $25 for Donna Troy. It's a cool looking figure. It's just nothing about it really like shines like, oh my god, you have to get it. That's what's missing. Everything is really, really good. It's just missing that one thing to make it go, holy crap. So nonetheless, so for $20, I think that's probably the better price I would probably pay for it. But for $25, it's just a fair price. Next, we have here, it's going to be Raven. So let's take a look at Raven. Raven, man, McFarlane did a really good job. Well, let's start one. Look at the eyes. Those are creepy looking eyes. You got the painted lips on it, the dark lips, and glossy as well too. Head articulation, really, really good. Kind of creepy because her head's like that. Left and right is good. Up, down, not the greatest, but left and right is good. But you got that painted hair underneath the cape, which looks good, and also has the shape of a raven, which very subtle, but I like it. Also, too, the hoodie part does have like a textured look to it and feel to it, which I dig. And of course, the painted eyes. I'm a sucker for painted eyes, and having it this color, which is like a light pink or like pink with purple color to it on the eyes. It looks creepy, but I dig it. I really, really dig it. So the head articulation, left and right is good. Up, down is not at all, pretty much. But the sculpture design, the paint, I really dig it, man. I really dig it. Shoulder articulation. Oh, this is a very stiff figure. There is shoulder articulation, just a little stiff on mine. Bicep, good. Elbows, good. And then wrist, good. And do torso, we're at it. Really, really good torso. So overall, the upper body articulation is good except for up and down. But the torso articulation is really, really good. And in terms of the sculpture design on the upper body, it's a very clean looking whip. So they got black here. There's really not much detail of it. I mean, that's how Raven looks. She doesn't really have a lot. But you got the little texture on here as well, too, in her chest and torso with that dark blue. And then you got the centerpiece right here where it kind of connects her cape. And I like this piece. I like how this is actually bright orange and a little bit of gold. I wish this was like a more glossy gold. I think it would have been much better. Or a glitter gold. That would be really, really cool. But overall, looks good. The cape, this is how the cape looks like. And it has that texture look to it. The feel to it as well, too. And it's actually pretty light. Light cape. I know with Batman's, they're really heavy. This was a light cape, which I'm glad. I'm glad because I'm tired of having really heavy capes, because then when you have heavy capes, you usually tend to lean back, but this one doesn't have that problem. So in terms of the arm, there's really not much to it, just black. That's pretty much it. And then torso, again, it has a sculpture design right there too. And the back of it, there's nothing. So overall though, the upper body, it looks good, man. It's a good looking Raven. The head sculpture is really, really, really cool. McFarlane did a really good job, especially having that painted hair with the painted face, a really light skin tone, and the colored eyes. It's just creepy, man. It is just creepy looking. But McFarlane nailed it, man, and I really dig it. Talk about the belt here. The belt on here, I thought it was gonna be like loose, but it's not. Looks like it's kind of glued down there, but same thing that's on here. Also on the belt as well too. So there's that. Leg articulation, good. Knees, good. Ankles, good. Toes, good. So leg articulation, they're always good for McFarlane. And in terms of the sculpture design, there really isn't much. I mean, you have like a textured feel of it, almost like leatherish per se. Obviously not leather, but it has that kind of feel to it. And in terms of design, there's just a line on here. And that's pretty much it. It's a very clean, plain looking legs. There's not much to it, which is fine because that's what she looks like. There's really not much to it in terms of her leg sculpture, design, and paint. So there's just that though. So overall though, what do I think about Raven? I think Raven looks really, really, really good. And I definitely recommend getting Raven. She looks really, really cool, man. I really, really dig the Raven. And of course, is it worth the purchase? Definitely. Raven gets a thumbs up for me as well too. She looks good. Articulation is good. Better than Donna Troy, except for up and down. But articulation is a lot better. And also too, the paint job on the head looks really, really good. Especially that hair. Because from a distance, even from a distance, you can't really see the hair. You can still see it. Very subtle, but it's enough to where it's, hey, what is this? Why is it red? But when you look closely, you can really see that hair stand out. And it looks really, really cool. And also, she comes with 2 little flames on there, which is pretty cool. And, of course, it comes with the Beast Boy. So, of course, the question is it worth the purchase price? Similar to Donna Troy, I would say this is like a $20. If you can get it for $20, you're good to go. $25, I think it's a fair price. Like I said, similar to Donna Troy. The reason so is because, don't get me wrong, I like both these figures. And I like Raven. I like Raven more than Donna Troy. But just, it's missing that one thing. Like if McFarlane were to add maybe some kind of glow-in-the-dark eyes or something to make it just pop something, it would have been a lot better. But it's just, it's like there, but it's missing one little thing to make it go even better. If that makes any sense. I like the figure, don't get me wrong, but I just feel like it's missing one thing. But regardless, though, I like this one a lot more than Donna Troy. So to me, Raven gets a thumbs up as mentioned, and yeah, I would definitely getting it as well too. Just probably wait for a sale for maybe like $20. Here we have Wonder Woman from the Dark Knight's Middle, the Bat Father, Build a Figure Wave, and obviously Donna Troy. Both look really, really good. I just wanted to bring Wonder Woman because I like this kind of look to it, more like armored up kind of look to it, but they both look really good standing side by side. And I'm glad McFarlane's making more of these Amazonians. I hope we get more of them. We got Donna Troy. We have the Wonder Girl. I believe yes, Wonder Girl. But nonetheless, I'm just showing you how these two figures look side by side. Here we have another Wonder Woman figure. This is from the, I believe this is from the Endless Winter, something like that. I know it's from the Endless Winter storyline, but I don't know if this is the Build-A-Figure one or the, what do you call it? The Target exclusive one. There's two of them. But nonetheless, so here we have Wonder Woman and, of course, Donna Troy. Great looking figure. Both of them look really, really good. And yeah, just wanted to show you how these two look side by side. We need more. We need more female characters, and I'm glad McFarlane made these two. So, you know, 2 down, hope for more. Here we have Donna Troy and, of course, Flash or Wally West. I think these look both really, really good standing side by side. They both look comic accurate, and it just blends in very well. And I think even with the color palettes these two have, they just look really, really good together. Like, it just flows right. I don't know why. Like, having this here on your display, having this particular Wally West and Donna Troy, it just works well. And that color palette, it blends perfectly, in my honest opinion. But I just want to show you how Wally West looks standing next to a fellow Titan member, Donna Troy. Here we have Raven and, of course, Dr. Fate. This is Dr. Fate from the Injustice 2 Page Punchers wave. Really good looking figure in terms of Injustice 2 Dr. Fate. Really, really detailed. And I wanted to bring Dr. Fate 100 because it's very like majestic type of character. So I figured, you know what, Raven kind of works similar to Dr. Fate. Obviously they don't, different powers and so forth. But I figured, you know what, how about we show a character that's majestic per se with another character that has like majestic powers. Of course, if we're going to talk about like majestic demonic powers, you have to bring John Constantine, and we're missing the Donna figure, but maybe in time we'll get her. But nonetheless, so just showing you how these two look side by side, having Raven and John Constantine. Really cool looking figure. I really, really dig it. But again, it's just missing that character of Donna. I think that would be perfect. But nonetheless, though, here's these two demonic power per se characters side by side. Here we have Deadman and Raven. This is Deadman, the Target exclusive figure. This is kind of an older figure now. I haven't seen people talk about it. It's like they came out, he was trending, and it stopped. I haven't seen really people post about it and so forth. It's a cool looking figure, don't get me wrong. I like it, but I'm surprised not many people are talking about it. But I figured I'd just show how a character like Deadman looks side by side with a Raven, more comic accurate. And I think having these two side by side looks really, really good. And McFarlane did a really good job with Deadman. He's probably going to fall because this character's ankle, for my figure, the ankle joint is kind of finicky. But nonetheless, so here how Raven looks compared to Deadman. Here we have the Titans Build-A-Figure wave for Beast Boy. Here we have, not Teen Titans, the Teen Titans or Titans wave. So here we have, of course, Arsenal. We have Raven, Donna Troy, and Nightwing. They all look really, really cool. And like I said, they all build Beast Boy, in which I'll be making a video of that too, part 3, which I'll be releasing tomorrow. So you make sure you check that out. Here's how they look, all standing next to each other. They all look really, really cool. I think it's a great, great wave. It looks very good. But if you would ask me which is my favorite one, personally, I'm going to go with Raven. Even though there's some issues with it, but I like Raven. Don't get me wrong, Donna Troy looks cool. I'm glad McFarlane made her, but just something about it missing. Nightwing, cool looking, just kind of plain. Arsenal looks good, but unfortunately that whole dark brown kind of blends in too well. Too much to where it just doesn't really pop. But to me, Raven, probably my favorite one out of all of them. But again, they all look good. They all get a thumbs up for me. But my favorite one is going to be Raven. Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys agree with me on these figures? Plan to purchase these figures? Leave it in the comment section below. As always, make sure to hit the subscribe button to not support channel, but to keep up to date and watch videos like this. That includes an overview of Donna Troy and Raven. This is part 2 of the Titans Build-A-Figure wave for Beast Boy. And on to the next one.